Hey everybody, how's it going? We are here with a timeless reading. Welcome. The first card that we have out is Strength. The second card that we have out is Temperance. King of Swords. It looks to me like you're being offered the Ace of Cups. This can be like an offer for you to work on something with someone. So this is you here, and I'm seeing the Ace of Cups being offered to you, and rather than this just being, it feels like having the Three of Pentacles connected with the Ace of Cups is that this would be an offer to work on a new cycle with someone. Most likely you're emotionally involved in this, and also too it feels like it's about trying to work something out. This doesn't feel like, I get the sense of there being like history behind it, only because like what else would this be doing here? So this can be somebody coming through saying like, hey, I want to work with you, or I'm trying to work this out with you. You being in this position, you have to use your discernment to figure this out, and there can be problem solving that's involved in it. And you may also feel like it helps you to be in a cerebral energy, even though it's something emotionally that's sort of being brought to you. What's going on with you? You're over here doing something. To have this be your energy, it shows that there's something that you're going through, that you're trying to work through. You can be doing your best to transmute the energy, to be present to the process. Starting off with strength can be that this is a very difficult or challenging process for you. It can be difficult to stick with this, to go through basically everything that's needed from you right now to participate in this cycle can feel challenging. You can have to also be flexible too. And it can also be challenging maybe because of your nature as well, like how you are and it being challenged within this exact circumstance. So what would you get out of this if you decided to open yourself up to and allow the Ace of Cups to say, I'm signing on for this, I'll be a part of this? What it means is that this is potential for a connection, and a connection that can really grow. That's what can be sort of worked out. So it's something that can grow emotionally. Something for your feelings to go into. But this does feel like this, working this out or being part of this willing collaboration is challenging. It takes a lot of effort, and it may feel like downright difficult. Especially during what looks like a confusing time. You can have a lot of mixed feelings that you're working through right now, trying to make sense of. It can just be making things more difficult. You can like not really know where to place your energy. You can feel unsure about that. Like, what should you really be investing in? Tuning in, trying to find out. Having Page of Cups here does feel like you're connected with your intuition and with your feelings. Okay. This looks like somebody asking you if you will continue participating in something with them. Having Ace of Cups here, it can be a new chapter within a dynamic, but I'm also seeing the Ace of Cups, but I'm also seeing a Page of Cups too, and I wonder if this is somebody coming through, like presenting something to you. You could feel like you guys are in a different place, because seeing you as the King of Swords and then seeing them as the Page of Cups, you can feel like you guys are sort of working from two very different locations here within the energy. Like, you would be somebody that you're thinking about things logically, like, does that actually make sense? How does this fit with that? Like, really problem solving, wanting to see things clearly. A Page of Cups can feel like something that's being offered to you that may at times feel impractical, but it can be based off of the way that somebody is feeling. But a page is also an energy that can be seen as being less developed. And you can feel like there's a recognition of that. And are you willing to be part of that process? If somebody's coming through and giving you an offer and it feels like a small one because it's a page, even though it can potentially turn into something that grows into what you want it to be, as it is when it's presented to you, that can really bring up questions for you, because it's just a little page that's showing up, that the offer is coming from. So there can be this feeling of like things are going to have to develop, or things will have to grow. What this does look like is that it is a serious offer, because I'm seeing the Ace of Cups, which is like the chapter that you'd be opening, this connection, be connected with the Four of Wands. And Four of Wands can mean that this turns into a staple within your life. It means that things can get really serious, and it can be something that is a lasting and stable thing within your life, and that this is harmoniously added to what you have going on within your life. So it feels like it's supportive for you. And that's what can be worked out. That's what can be worked on if you decide to go for that. But you can just be sort of wading through all of your feelings right now. There can be stuff about give and take. There can be stuff about values. There can be stuff about expectations that are coming up that have to be worked out. I am seeing the Ace of Swords, so it does look like Ace of Swords alludes to there being a breakthrough where you can see that progress ends up being made. Three of Pentacles, you working together with somebody, working something out. This feels like it's so that the relationship can feel, symbiotic. Essentially mutually beneficial for both of you guys. That's what Six of Pentacles is about. Something that works for each person on both ends of things. So you don't feel like there's a mismatch in what one is showing up with, you know? And it doesn't have to be the same thing that you guys show up with, but it's more so like that the scales feel balanced. But you may have to work on that. It may not be automatic. It may feel like this compatibility needs some work to actually get to a place where it's compatible. You may feel like something isn't automatic. That's what it feels like with the Three of Pentacles. There has to be learning, there has to be listening, there has to be sharing, there has to be communication. Like, is this right or is that right? Or does that balance the scale, or is it better over here? It's like that thing that's gonna have to happen. This feels like what is it when people buy a house and it's not just like a house that's fine as it is, it's like a fixer-upper. That's what this is feeling like to me. And there's nothing wrong with that. You feel like there can be character within that, and you can sort of stylize things the way that you want to. but also too, like, know what it is that you're signing up for. If you want something that's more automatically compatible, this may actually not be the thing, you know? Like, this is something that's gonna have to be worked at. And that part can be throwing you off. There can just be some stuff that's undetermined and you don't know how exactly everything is going to work or how it's going to pan out. For some of you, this is a relationship that you're already involved within, and at this point, it feels like it marks a point with the Ace of Cups of like, we can go into this next chapter trying to work things out within this marriage or within this relationship. Or this can be a point where maybe you look at things and I don't know if you decide otherwise or not. I'm not seeing anything about a choice. This feels like just seeing what all of your options are and maybe tuning in and trying to get a sense, trying to get a feel of what it is. I'm not seeing your guide say yes or no here. This is more so like, know what you're signing on for if you decide to sign on for something. Are you able to be patient? Are you able to be flexible? Are you willing to sort of water and nurture this investment the way that it needs to be in order to grow and come to fruition what you want to come to fruition from it? And is this something that you're willing to do? Is this something that you're willing to put your energy into? And right now you can be trying to figure out how you feel about that. Seven of Cups feels like I'm still having some feelings about this that doesn't feel like all totally on board or all totally off board. You can feel like I'm not really sure where I am right now with that. I'm seeing what's going on here, and I mean, what can help you? I mean, actually, Ace of Swords here, I do feel like there's going to be a breakthrough, and what you want to do with this is going to be made clear. Because I was going to clarify Seven of Cups, but at the same time, having us end with the Ace of Swords, I feel like this is going to make a whole lot of sense, and that there isn't something that's still trying to be figured out. Ace of Swords is going to be a moment that feels like any question I had is now answered and I know how to proceed. I'm seeing Leo and I'm seeing Sagittarius here. Flexibility, prioritizing, feels also like grounding when you may feel upset, you may feel stressed out, you could feel kind of hopeless, or you could not know what's going to be happening, and that could be like worrying you, or you could be feeling fear and having to work with yourself when you're feeling heightened. Feels like some really big changes are being discussed. Also too, the way that you communicate with this person can be changing a lot as well. Deciding whether or not you want to keep this. This does feel like it's somewhere that you can show up and you can really shine if you want to. Trying to discern what everything that you're feeling means and get to the bottom of it. Spending time asking questions, figuring things out, observing. Tuning into the feelings that you're getting, especially from the part of you that is connected with your values and is connected with the part of you that's going to have to do the things that you say you're going to do. You know, you can really be checking in and being like, do I want to play that role? Do I want to do this? Does that work for me? Is that enough for me? What it looks like too is that the forecast is like things being good with you and this person. What it feels like too is that someone may have to really take initiative here, and this can also mean like an active role that has to be taken in order for things to be balanced between the two of you. That it can't just be like, let's do nothing about this, let's not address it, and then you will see that things are not compatible with you and this person, or like the scales are not balanced. It feels like it takes a very mindful effort where there's a deliberate focus on things actually being a sustainable relationship between you and this person. It feels like if it's not minded right now and if it's not worked out right now, you will find things fall apart. Maybe again for some of you. But it doesn't have to be that way. It can be worked on. But really, it's your choice at the end of the day what you want to do. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I'd like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I am sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.